Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content we'll be covering today will be in the sport of basketball inside the NBA world. In today's bonus segment, I'll be sharing my thoughts on James Harden being traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. So, this blockbuster trade happened late last night, in the early parts of the morning of this current day on this Halloween this year. But man, this blockbuster trade took place last night in the world in the NBA. The blockbuster trade that sent the NBA up in a different world. And the Clippers received James Harden and PJ Tucker in this blockbuster trade. And the 76ers received Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, a 2028 first round pick, two second round picks, and a 2029 pick swap. So, with that being said, I'm going to explain the benefits of how both teams will move forward, the benefits of this trade for the Philadelphia 76ers, and the benefits of this trade for the Los Angeles Clippers. So, my thoughts on the Clippers roster after this blockbuster trade went down. So on paper, looking at this roster on paper, the starting projected lineup with the James Harden being on the Clippers now, you can have Russell Westbrook at point guard, you can have James Harden as shooting guard, you can have Kawhi Leonard at small forward, you can have Paul George at power forward, and then you can have Zubac at center. But it looks good on paper. But the reality part of it is the only team that's going to hold the Clippers back is themselves this year. The only team that's going to beat themselves up and cost them a run at a championship is themselves this year. And it sounds good that this roster is on paper, but when it matters most, this team is going to collapse and come playoff time when it matters most. They're going to be a good regular season team, but we all know the history of Kawhi Leonard, Paul George missing time due to injury or in the playoffs, and how Paul George's playoff actions and his history playing in the playoffs will play an impact for this team as well. And I do believe that there could be some distractions such as load management, a local strip club downtown of Los Angeles, California, that could hold this team back. I just don't see this team going on a deep playoff run. And we're being completely honest with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George all on the same team. If this was a few years back to in 2019 when all four of those players were MVP caliber players, maybe I would say the Clippers will go ahead and win the championship. But I think it's too little, too late for these two individual superstars to all team up with each other in their respective NBA careers at this particular time. So I'm gonna say the Clippers are gonna be a good regular season team, but I don't see them making any noise or doing anything special this upcoming NBA playoffs. So, with that being said, I'm going to go on my thoughts on the 76ers after this trade with James Harden, after they traded away James Harden. So, I think the 76ers find themselves in a good position after trading away James Harden. This might be one of the best things to happen to this roster for the 76ers to go ahead and trade James Harden. One, James Harden didn't want to be there. He was becoming a distraction. He was in the media for the wrong reasons, not being allowed to fly with the team. Finally got back with the team just to get traded away. You get rid of that distraction. Now you give the keys to Tyrese Maxey, who is a up-and-coming rising star in the NBA. You give him all the keys. You give him the keys to run this Philly 76ers offense. And he has the potential to have a breakout season and emerge as a superstar playing alongside Joel Embiid. And there's a bonus to this trade as well, because after trading away James Harden, PJ Tucker, you are getting several role players back, and you're getting a 2028 first-round pick and a few second-round picks. They can cash in those draft picks that they got for this trade to get a player like Zach LaVine, a player who is talented with the wrong roster, with the wrong organization. And the Chicago Bulls have been leaning towards a rebuilding stage for quite some time now. I think Zach LaVine is the key name to look out for now all the way up to the NBA trade deadline to team up with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey in Philadelphia. And this will also keep Joel Embiid very happy with the Philadelphia 76ers moving forward. So I think this is a win-win for both teams. But like I said, this trade, I think the 76ers for the long haul will end up the winners as this trade, because the Clippers, they look good on paper, but having Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George all on the same roster in the calendar year 2023, it looks good on paper, but they're not going to be going on a championship run. Like I said, maybe if the year was 2019 when they're all playing at an MVP caliber level and their respective NBA careers, I would say that this team will go on to win a championship. But it's not 2019. We're in the 2023-24 season. And I think the Clippers are not going to win this trade for the long haul. They're going to be a good regular season team, but not going to pay off for them in the long haul. But those are my thoughts on James Harden being traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. That is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.